Back here at the shop today, guys, and we got a borderline hurricane going on outside, which is no big deal for us because we have our beautiful little space here. Continuing with last night, I had our motor mounts made up. Look how nice that is. So smooth. No machine marks really to speak of. Man, this stuff's great. So I'm gonna do all the bushings in the car once we get once we have some time to do that. I'm gonna do all of my subframe bushings and all that. There's no reason not to. This stuff is super cheap. Let me just show you. I just bought this in a, this is what they had. I think it was $2 a pound, and this whole thing maybe cost me 15 bucks. It, you know, it was a, what? I think it was a 16-inch piece, 3.5-inch Delrin. Very good stuff. Here's my motor mounts, guys. Came out really good. Well, here's the finished product, guys. I got 2 of these, my motor mounts. They have a little stud. What I do is I just cut a bolt head off, threaded it in, and I siliconed it in. So that shouldn't go anywhere. And that's really just to keep this from rotating. And these just, I drilled and tapped into the Delrin. I haven't really done it before. I hope it holds. I mean, I can tighten the crap out of these. I haven't, like, quote unquote torqued them down. I mean, I'm gonna try to, I don't know what the torque number is offhand, but if they can get torqued down into the Delrin and hold without pulling the threads, they should be good. So I'm gonna see what that is. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but that's it, guys. Nice and easy. On to the intercooler. So this is pretty basic, straightforward stuff. I welded just an extension on this elbow I bought. And now we have to do a couple things. We have to add a barb for our idle control valve. We have to mount our blow-off valve. And we have to install our Maf sensor. We have an HPX, PMOS HPX Maf sensor. That's good to up to like 800 horsepower on a 3-inch tube. So that's what we're using. It's a blow-through style Maf sensor. And this is our blow-off valve. I'm going to mount this right here. Or you could also call it our intercooler inlet. So that's going to be going pretty much right there. And then our coupler couples that to that. So I'm just getting this all cleaned up and ready to tack on. And that's about it for the evening. We're really on the home stretch for fabrication and whatnot. Blow-off valve is installed. So we have a couple things to do on our charge pipe to finish it up. We have to install our Maf sensor mount And we also have to weld a little piece of tubing onto the throttle body and get this better lip on here, because this is not sufficient. This will blow off for sure. So essentially I just need to take a little piece of tubing. I was actually gonna use this, just slice it down, weld it onto here just to create a flange. That's done. Now I am going to install my oil feed line right now, just because I had to pull off the alternator because I dropped the bolt way down in between the alternator and everything. So I figured now is a great time to do that. We are using the Vanos. You see here, the Vanos line. And let me show you the fitting for that. So I got this from, I think it was Rally Road. And it's just a banjo fitting with a -4 on the end of it. So this is going to go into our braided stainless, 3-foot braided stainless line. And then for the oil feed, Vibrant makes this restrictor kicks. This is a ball bearing turbo. So you can see how there's these little set screws in there. Those are just different restrictors you thread on here. We're gonna leave it as is, which is a 60 thousandths restrictor on it, and see if that's not too much. That should be good. I was talking to James, he said that's what he ran in his SR20 with this turbo. So I think that should work just fine for our application, but we do have the option to switch out those restrictors to go a little more if we get any blow by or anything with the any issues with the oil. You see we have our oil line routed. And now we're just getting our intercooler welded up. I still have to add the Maf sensor, but we can do that later. I just want to get these tacked in place and kind of get the ball rolling here. So that's good for now. We'll pull this off and weld the rest on the bench, but that should be plenty to get going here. Stacking dimes, boys. Okay, I just have the feed going right into the return here. Plugged in my coils. Let's see if it fires. Okay, it works. And I got oil. Perfect. Okay, so we have oil coming out of there. Let's see if we can get this running for longer than 2 seconds here. Turbo on now, see how it sounds with the turbo. JZ next door. right into the drain is actually a good thing. I didn't think about it until just now, but that will allow me to make sure that it's not building up any pressure in the valve cover and kind of trying to spit back up. So if it's not pushing out now, it should be draining perfect. All right. Hey, just in time.
First start up?
Yeah, the intercooler is not connected or anything, but we'll hear the sounds of the turbo on.
Am I gonna push the button?
Nope. I bypassed that shit.
Ready?
Yeah. So quiet. It works. Breaking up a little bit, but all right. Now we just gotta get some fuel to it. Well, guys, it's alive. It's alive. Now, it was kind of running weird, and I disconnect the Maf sensor, and it runs much better. I think the Maf sensor was just having issues or something like that. So right now it's running an alpha N, but we'll fire it up again. Well, I'm super fired up, guys. This thing is getting so sick. Let me just finish up the intercooler. All I really have to do is weld on the fitting for the Maf sensor and figure out how to clamp this elbow to this throttle body without the risk of it blowing off, because it's pretty sensitive. All right, yeah, we're just working on the car, and Laz came over here just to kind of hang out for a second.
There's a bug on the wall. I want to spot him.
Freaking cheap guy. That's so sick. How you gonna? I'm gonna have to paint this wall now.
Yeah. You got renter's insurance.
You're funny. Unbelievable. Well, I think George got a new converter in. Sounds spicy. Thanks for watching, guys, and the next one, hopefully we'll have our first test rip. We'll see how it goes. See you next time, guys.